Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it's not going to be a pregnancy update, but it is still going to be pregnancy related. So I'm not really gonna blab too much. I'm just kind of gonna get on into it because I feel like I have a lot to say about this topic. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it for you guys. Okay, so for starters, teen pregnancy. I just want to say now as like a disclaimer that in no way, shape, or form am I trying to like condone this or glorify it in any way, because it is a hard topic and it is very hard to deal with and go through. So just putting it out there, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's something that is amazing and that you should go out and try to purposely get yourself into. But I am clearly going to be a teen mom. I know a lot of people, when they think about teen pregnancy, they think of it being like a 16-year-old or, you know, a 15-year-old who's really very much like the middle of their teenage years. I'm 19, so I'm basically, one, I'm an adult, I'm over 18 years old, and two, I'm pretty much like out of my teen stage. So yes, it is still teen pregnancy, but no, it isn't at the same time, because being a 19-year-old and being a 16-year-old is completely different when you're trying to have a baby. Normally 16-year-olds still live with their parents and they live at home and they might not have a stable relationship, whereas at 19 I live on my own and my boyfriend and I have been together for 5 years. So, you know, it's very different than where I would have been at like 15 or 16. So basically, for starters, when I have my baby, I'm going to be about 3 or 4 months out from being 20 years old. So I will be a teen mom and I will have gone through teen pregnancy, but it will have only been for a few months as far as like physically having the baby here, because clearly, yes, I've been pregnant for my pregnancy while I was 19, but I'm talking about like actually physically having the baby here. But for starters, I feel like teen pregnancy is way more accepted in today's day and age. You see a lot more of it, so it's not as unheard of as it used to be a few years back. I know I do see a lot more videos on YouTube that are about teen moms and kind of like teen families and teen pregnancies and things of that nature. So it's not as much of unheard of as it used to be, like I said. But I do still think that being a teenager and like going out in public with a pregnant belly, you still get looks. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that it's fair when people classify teens as like, you know, not responsible or not capable of being able to be responsible, I guess. I just like, I don't know. As a teenager, my whole teenage like years, childhood, whatever, I think that the things that I went through, I really had to mature and grow up very quickly. So that might be why I see these things the way that I see them. Just because when I was 16, I would like to say that I was very mature and I acted more as an adult at 16 than a lot of my friends did. And, you know, a lot of adults around me in my life also said that I was a very mature 16-year-old. And it's just, it really just depends on where you are in your life. And I really do believe that everything happens for a reason. So if you do happen to like end up in that kind of situation, I do think that it is set out for you and that it is the way it is for a reason. If you've watched my pregnancy story, which I'll link it down below, I had some complications and I had to go in for surgery and get one of my fallopian tubes removed. So we weren't really too sure if I was even going to be able to have kids or be fertile or anything like that. So it was very scary going through all of that. And, you know, I wouldn't, like, this baby was not a mistake. I will not say that it was. We were just not being, like, we were trying. We just weren't being like, oh, like, let's use protection. Like, this is what we wanted to happen, because I feel like you never know. I could be fertile now, but years down the road I might not be, just because they went in and removed stuff and messed around with stuff in there. So you never know. And I honestly do think that for us, that this baby is a blessing and it happened for a reason. And I feel like there are plenty of teen moms out there that might not be going through the exact same thing as me, but a lot of people go through things and it's because it's meant to be, and it's supposed to help you and possibly change your life. So I do think that if you are in that situation, it is 100% possible to get through it and deal with it, no matter how hard it is. There's always an outlet, and there's always a way to overcome the troubles that you're going through. So like I said, I'm not trying to glorify it or condone it in any way, shape, or form, but if you do end up in that situation, or you are a teen mom right now, or you're pregnant and you're a teen and you're watching this video, then just know that you're not alone, and that there are plenty of people out there who have gone through the same things as you, and it might be harder for you than it was for someone else, just because of where you are in your life right now. So don't think that it's never going to get better, because it definitely will. It's just going to take time, and you're gonna have to work hard to overcome the hard spot in your life that you are in right now, but it will get better, I promise you. As far as like the father figure goes in teen pregnancy, I feel like a lot of girls, go out and have sex with boys, and then they end up pregnant, and the boys just kind of like disappear on them, and they want nothing to do with them. And that is very well known with teen pregnancy, just because as a teenage boy, like, I'm sure it's scary and it's something that you wouldn't know how to deal with, but I personally do not think that running away from your problems is the best thing. I'm not saying that you should just, completely destroy your whole future and go out and try to become a teenage father. Like, that's not what I'm saying, but I do think that it is terrible when guys get themselves into this predicament and then they just turn around and walk away. Yes, it is a consensual thing for the girl and the guy, so just because the girl is pregnant, I don't think it's right that a guy can just kind of up and leave and just say like, oh well, this is your problem, like you have to deal with it. So I guess basically what I'm trying to say is that if you're in a situation kind of like mine, whereas like you are still a teen but you're not really still a teen, I think it's way easier to handle it, and it's way easier to be accepted. Whereas if you're young and like you're 16, 15, 16, anything like that, I do think you should 100% try to prevent it, I guess, as much as possible. Like, use protection and be smart. But like I said, if something happens, then everything happens for a reason. But I don't think that as a 16-year-old girl, you should go out and have a mindset set that you're going to, go out and purposely get pregnant. I don't think that that's how it should be. And I don't think that that's how a lot of teenage girls are. Like, a lot of kids think they're invincible and think that, you can't get pregnant at 16, or that it's just not possible, or that it's not going to happen to you, because I know that that's how a lot of people think, is that like, oh, it won't happen to me, like that's impossible, it would never. But you just never know what's going to happen. So I think that you should be careful, and you should try to prevent it as much as possible. But like I said, if it does happen, just know that there is a way to overcome it and to get through it. Alright, so how I feel about teen pregnancy, like with myself and being a teen mom. Like I said, I'm only going to be a teen mom for like 4 months. So I really, like, even though I'm 19, I don't really see myself as being a teen mom, honestly. I feel like I said before, I had to mature very young. So I honestly feel like I've been grown up for a long time now, even though I am still 19. I don't know. I do think that we are prepared for it though. We definitely have, like, financial situation is good, like we'll be fine. It's just, I don't know, it's just something different, and I am excited, and I'm very nervous about it too. But I can definitely say that I feel much more content with where we are now than where we would have been at like 16. Being 15 years old versus 19-year-old, you are one in like a completely different headspace, and you're two like just in a completely different point in your life. So I'm excited for it. I'm like, I don't know, I just can't wait. So that's how I feel about it. I just kind of wanted to jump on here and talk about that a little bit because it is something that I see more of, and I am still in that situation because I am 19. So I just wanted to kind of jump on here and let you guys know how I felt about it. You know, you can have your own opinions. You can hate on me for the way that I feel. I feel like I'm pretty like nonchalant when it comes to that. I just feel like if you're super young, you should use protection and be safe, and you know, try to prevent it as much as possible. But if something does end up happening and you end up in that situation, then just know that everything happens for a reason and everything will be fine in the end. You'll figure it out. You know, you're never put in a place where you can't get through. So just keep that in mind. And if you're watching this video and you want someone to talk to or you want someone to relate to, I'm here. I'm also going to be a teen mom. So yeah, if you need to talk to someone, you can feel free to leave a comment down below to get a hold of me and let me know. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I just wanted to jump on here and explain to you guys my thoughts and feelings on this topic. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment down below of any other videos you would like to see me make for you guys. And then go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you can keep up with all of the other videos that I have planned for you guys. And that's going to be it for today's video, so I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye guys.